Some of these coins are so shiny that they're trying to focus, the cameras are trying to focus on the reflection. So it's very difficult to get this camera. I swear, I keep saying it, that I'm going to throw this camera in the trash, and I am, because I think I got actually an older version of this coin. What am I saying? An older version of this camera. And I sometimes think the older versions of stuff are built better. We get one more time to get this thing to focus in. And that bothers me. It really does, that this sucker will not focus in. Because this is a really nice coin right here. Really irritates me. I'll just, there, see, it focuses and then it goes out of focus just for a split second. It's almost like you trick the camera into focusing and then it recognizes, hey, it's in focus, and it goes out of focus. So it's really weird. I'm dumping this camera as soon as this video is over with. This happens to be 2014 Britannia. And it's got the queen on one side. See how it just does not want to focus, or the coin is just too shiny for it to focus. I know how ridiculous that might sound. One more attempt. You see, it just wants to focus, but it won't. Anyway, enough of that. This camera's going in the trash. And I'm even looking at it. It looks clean. Nothing, no smudges on it. I think I'll take it out and shoot it. Anyway, folks, how y'all doing? How are you all doing? I've been making a little bit more silver videos lately, and feels good. It feels really good. I thought everyone in France rides a bike. I don't know what you're talking about. Where'd that come from? I don't know where that came from. I'm needing some pandas. Could you help me with that? I don't know where I'm going to get you pandas, though. I think go to APMEX. You'll get all the pandas you want. APMEX. And they are reputable, yes. French Army has sent in the tanks. What's your opinion on APMEX? I think they're very reputable. A little bit more costly than the other folks, but when the other folks are out, APMEX normally has it. But very reputable, never had a problem with them. They just charge a little bit more for their coin, a little bit more for shipping. And I also believe they take their time just a little bit more when they finally get it in the mail to you. Watch the French Army. That's the army that normally has their back towards you and they're running away. You can't mistake the French Army. They're the ones that are running away. France is protesting high gas prices since, yeah, I made a Darren Johns. I made a video just on that. See, CNN is just telling you these bad people are protesting high gas prices. How dare they? They're such bad people. And that's how Macron's addressing it. But no, what they're doing is they're basically being taxed with a carbon tax. That's what's going on. It's driving the prices of everything up. Gas is mid $7, $7.50, somewhere in there. It's basically a tax just to breathe. Ecological tax, they'll name it different things to fool people. Oh, it's just an ecological tax. It's just to take care. It's an environment tax. Who doesn't want to take care of the environment? Just like California, when California imposes some communist laws, the other states soon adopt them. The testing ground is California. No different from France and the UK. They'll normally test out some communist taxes, some communist ways of life. If the people don't get up in arms about it, then they'll spread that all over. So basically, I remember my dad used to take me for walks in the early 70s when I was a kid. My dad, at the time, early 1970s, looked down at me and says, you know what? They would tax you just to breathe if they could. And that's what this tax is. It's a tax just to live, in the disguise that it's for, the environment. People better wake up, and people better being polite about this protesting thing. The other side ain't being polite. It's time that we put the people in charge to rule for us, but then they get in office and they do what? They rule over us. And it's time to get them a little bit scared about what they do. Mr. Well, let me say hello to a few people. So we got the Crypto Gangs in the house, and Gage, North Country Off Grid, Stilts, and PC Zombie, Doug Larrabee, Austin, Lucy, Ronnie King Jr., Out of the Mud, Watchman, Shabbat, Shalom. Thank you so much. Jay Farabee, Rooster Cogburn, Chinese camera made in Chinka. Yeah, and this one was a pretty penny, and it just won't focus. Piece of crap. And I don't know. I'll play with the settings. If that don't work, I'm just gonna trash it, because I think I got two old ones that I just found. Isaac and who else? Little Red Pony's here now. And Little Red Pony, thank you so much for being here. And Silver Stranger. I keep saying stranger. A lot of times I'll read something, but I actually won't read it. I'll look at the shape of the word and just assume it says stranger in there. But when you take your time, you see there's no R in there. So it's Silver Stanger. It's just a bad habit, I think. You just look at a word and you can see its shape and just misread it very easily that way. Mr. Benzedrex. Hello, my little friend. Little? 250 pounds. Little. 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. I hate when somebody and even to this day, I'll walk up to somebody, hey, young man, like you were like a little kid. Or hey, little, and I know they don't mean any harm, but it is funny. And you're standing over them, they're looking up at you. Hey, little man. Hey, young man. $76P10 Army guy, thank you. Yeah, it's been a good day. I'm preparing for my wife to come visit me, cleaning up the house a little bit. Not that I live like a pig. It gets messy, not dirty. There's a difference. I'm doing okay, Johnny Wan. I'm just resting up. I got a day off. I decided I didn't even want to shave today. Didn't even want to really comb my hair. I just wanted to be a bum. Let me adjust the angle of the dangle. All righty then. Tyrone in the house, thank you so much for being the moderator. Good to see you. Hello from Romania, Eastern Europe, and that would be Daniel. Thank you so much for being in the house. And Faith Hunter. Well, we basically made it through 2018 alive. Yeah. Minus a few freedoms, we've made it. But you're right. Good attitude, good positive attitude. Thank you. Jaybird, hello, and K-Pax, LOL zombie. Anyway, I have nothing to say today. I really don't. I got online because I wanted to take a break from, I don't know, cleaning up a little bit. Show off a little silver. See if I can get this to focus one last time. It won't focus, you piece of crap. It'll focus for a split second and go right off. What a piece of turd. It's like the minimum is like 1.5 feet away. Shoot it. I want to. It is. It's a shiny coin. It really is. Let me try with a dull coin. A duller coin. The maple leaf. Let's see if it'll focus on the maple leaf. Because this camera used to focus. See, it focused for a split second. There it goes. So focused on the maple leaf. But that SOB of a camera. And I'm tired of using webcams. Let me see if I can get it. I'm going to hold it the same distance. It focused. Unbelievable. But a little bit out. A little bit soft. 2019 Panda in the mail. I would love to see it, Chad. I'd love to see silver. Our enemy are those who have hijacked our government and are destroying it. Absolutely. These people, if you can just imagine, they think they run the world. We are just cattle. Think about this. We're just cattle. And what do we produce? Obviously, we don't produce food. We produce revenue for the government to run. And the more they misspend in order to acquire new votes, the more they have to raise the taxes on the cattle to perpetrate their lifestyle. You ever notice that a bad economy doesn't ever affect politicians? You never hear about a politician having to sell one of their homes, one of their 5 homes or 6 homes. You never hear about that. I think if they had more skin in the game, they would think about the laws they impose on us. However, they make laws that exclude them from those such laws. Case in point, medical insurance. They don't have to have the same medical insurance we do. They have a whole different system. Why is that? And why did we allow them to exclude themselves? If it's so good, why would they want to opt out? Insider trading. You and I are not allowed insider trading. A lot of people don't realize this. Government has made a rule to exclude themselves from the laws against insider trading. I can go on and on and on, where they have excluded themselves from laws you and I have to abide by. They don't have to have Obamacare. They literally made a rule to exclude themselves. Why is that? And the sheep, because they're dumbed down or pacified by the mercury and fluoride in the water, they just can't fight back anymore. They just say, oh well, it's our government. What can we do? Okay. We're cattle. We are cattle. We are slaves. I made up this statement, and I'm going to pat myself on the back. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. We were all slaves. We all live on plantations. My plantation is called Tucson, Arizona. What's yours? Yeah, plantations. I'm not allowed to leave a plantation and of a go live off of a plantation in the mountains or in the forest. I'm not allowed to leave a plantation. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm allowed to leave this plantation and travel to another plantation, let's say like Tampa Bay or Colorado or many other locations. Those are other plantations. And I'm allowed to go there. And we all are allowed to go to other plantations. But don't you dare go off the plantation, try to set up a tent or something, live out of the system of slavery. You'll be fined, thrown in jail. It's a true metaphor. You're a slave. My wife, when she gets back, she's got to adjust these glasses. These glasses are. Bush Senior is dead. I heard that. He's in front of God right now, getting his judgment. I pray, man. Plantation, California, Faith Hunter. What a hell of a plantation, too. You know something about California? When I visit, and I use the word visit, that means I go and I get the hell out of there after I have enjoyed myself. California's a really nice place to visit. It really, truly is. It's a beautiful place, too. I could never live there. The Captain Obvious commercials. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen any. Just letting you all know, the leaves are still on the trees here in California. They are orange and red. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Soyless in Seattle. What's the best silver to buy? You're in Seattle? I would say number one coin, American Silver Eagle. Number two coin, Canadian Maple Leaves. And then you have many generic rounds. Many generic rounds. To see, with the generic rounds, it's about the artwork on them, okay? It's about the artwork on a coin that makes me collect it. I don't go for numismatic coins at all. I just never have. I don't know anything about the value of coins and the ratings and everything. I need to stop and take a break. I saw this red flash come up on this side of the screen. I looked over. It's from a Mr. Scott Hill. It shows $100 super chat. I'm like, holy shoot. Thank you so much for the support of this channel. And I'll tell you what, that'll probably go to a new camera. Thank you very much, Mr. Scott Hill. Wow. I'm talking, all of a sudden this pink pops up. It's really, and I look like what? I got a new camera. I don't know, Mr. Scott Hill, if you heard me from the beginning of this video up until about 5 minutes ago. I was nagging about this camera won't focus. And this was like a $69, $79 camera. So people ask, why do you need to support your channel? It's because of crap like this. It's because of cameras that fall, break. It's because of my mobile camera that falls and breaks, you know, internet connections, stuff like that, that help support the channel, that sort of thing. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But anyway, what was I saying? I lost track because that red flash just kind of made my mind explode. Would somebody remind me what I was talking about? Oh, Lord. But anyway, basically we're all slaves. And oh, silver. Which silver to buy? For me, I can only tell you for me, because I'm in the United States. If I lived in Canada, I would flip around the Canadian Maple Leaf. But in the United States, my number one coin is the American Silver Eagle. My number two coin is the Maple Leaf. And then I was talking about generics. I buy generics due to how pretty they are. The Queen's Beast. I'm into the Queen's Beast. There's the Britannias. There's this coin is because I'm Army. I'm ex-Army. There's this coin. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There's that coin, and I love this coin because how official it looks. You know, that American seal that we normally see the president standing by the podium. You know, so I'll collect coins based on their beauty. I got a crap load of. I have two of these type of canisters here in this house. One's glass and one is this, but they're just. I just keep a few 100 ounces in this location. Everybody knows that my main bulk is up in the White Mountains, tucked away. But so yeah, that just enjoy it is all I'm trying to say. Just enjoy what we're doing. You don't have to always go get the bland coins, and just. I mean, it is good if that's what you want. There's nothing wrong with it. I guess I'm going on and on and on, but I want people to enjoy what they're doing too. I talked to the wife. I want to get a frame, and you know you can get that like matte back where you can actually have round holes in it and coins go in there. I want to get all the Queen's Beast in there and hang them up because the Queen's Beasts are a really gorgeous coin. Another coin I love is all the Pirates coins. So you'll see all the Pirates coins. Check them out. Pirateer, they're called, I think, or Privateer. Just check those coins out. Just more gorgeous coins. There's so many coins I can go on and on and on. Privateer is another beautiful coin, though. Adjust the angle of the light in front of you, and that might help with the focus. There is no light in front of me. That's the whole point. There's absolutely no studio lighting in front of me. None. Piece of shit camera. No disrespect. Sorry about the cuss words. I heard the Maple Leaves spot easily. Well, I've got well over 100 Maple Leaves. And I've never, ever, ever had a problem with spotting. Never. So it could be the type of acids in your body. We're all molecularly, well, you know, we all eat differently and we all have different oils. Maybe, you know what I mean? I've never had any of my maple leaves spot. Here's one right here. I've never had a maple leaf spot. See if I can get it to focus. Focus, baby. There's no spotting. What you see, the scuffs are the plastic container that it's in, but there's no spotting. Here, let me try to get it to focus. Focus, baby. Show me. Show me. It won't focus on that ugly hag. Here it is. Again, the scratches you see are on the plastic case. But I've never had, matter of fact, not many of my coins ever spotted. The only coins I ever have a slight problem with is the SD bullion coins. A lot of those coins. What's his name makes them? And I don't buy SD bullion coins anymore. Not his Maple Leaves, because he sells other coins too, but he has his series. Truth Never Told, I think, helps out with them. With the bullet series, with all the bullets and missiles in the background. Gosh, I wish I had one to show you. I always have problems with their coins. I don't like their coins. Let me see if I can find one really quick without wasting your time. I'm not finding one right yet. Yeah, I'm not finding one, and I'm not going to waste your time. You can remove spots with a dual-sided jeweler's cloth. Okay, for bullion, not for rare numismatic. I agree with milled steel. Never take anything, never try to change the appearance of any numismatic coins. I don't know anything about numismatics except for that. Never, ever try to alter them to make them look better in any way, shape, or form. And I learned that from a friend, but I also learned from my wife, who never even attempted to do that with antique furniture, because my wife loves and knows about antique furniture. Never ever try to improve upon it. What kind of silver coin is the best to stack in Europe? I really don't know, sir. Um, I would imagine, I always give my opinion based on where you live, the demographics of where you live. If you're in Canada, your main coin should be the Canadian maple leaf. That's just an opinion. That doesn't mean I'm correct. It's not about right versus wrong. In America, I think it should be the American silver eagle is your main staple. I would imagine anything with the queen on it would be fine over in the UK and Europe and anywhere like that. What did I have for breakfast? Are you kidding me? But a good question. I had one egg sunny side up. I toasted an English muffin. I love this. I put the egg on the English muffin, yolk down. I put a slice of pepper jack, let the cheese melt, and I like to eat it where the yolk is just kind of running all over the place. I love it. But I just had one because, got to watch the cholesterol levels, got to watch the diet. Since I got out of the hospital, I haven't been in a gym since May. I had the gym look it up when I last checked in. I just started working out 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, I asked them, hey, when was the last time I was here? They said May. That's when I had my heart attack. I put on over 10 pounds and it all went to the midsection. So I'm trying to watch what I eat. The Empire's Post, and he said it better than I did. You asked what kind of coin is best to stack where you're at. He said it best, and it is the most recognized coin in your country, whatever that is. And I'm not saying completely and only stack that coin, but that should be the bulk of your stack, at least 50%. If you're in it, your first priority is to apply for a visa. Oh, that's funny. Own 1,000 ounces of generic grounds eagles have costed me 2,000 plus. I just made a video and I compared. People are always bitching, and that's okay. If you don't like government minted coins like the Silver Eagle because they have a higher premium, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing things incorrectly, but it's just an opinion piece on me. I just did a video, the very last video, where I compare people complaining about high premiums of a Silver Eagle or Canadian maple leaf. They'll complain about a Silver Eagle, the premium of a Silver Eagle, but yet they don't complain about the premium that Starbucks charges for their coffee. Silver Eagle right there, folks, in your face. That's a beautiful coin, ain't it? But people bitch about because it's $1 more premium. And I said to myself, well, the average drink Starbucks sells is $7, $8. And the average drink, which you're really paying $7 to $8 for, is 2 shots of espresso. 2 shots of espresso with a little milk, and obviously some flavoring. I held up a pound bag of espresso beans, and I said each bag will make about 50 shots of espresso, and each pound was $11 and change. Starbucks sells coffee at a far, far, far higher premium than our government minted Silver Eagles and Canadian maple leaves. Yet nobody bitches about going into Starbucks and paying their premium. It was just a little analogy that I was trying to compare. I say to people, you buy the coin if you like it. Now, obviously, if everybody's selling their silver at a $3 premium and one guy's charging $5, I'm not saying you should go pay his $5, but I'm just saying if everybody's selling it at about the same, give or take a few cents, pay the premium, folks. Enjoy your hobby, and this is not a hobby really, but enjoy what we're doing. You're going to get that premium back on the flip side. You're going to get the premium back, I promise you. I promise you, you're going to get the premium back. Don't sweat the premium. And then another thing, the more in demand silver is, the more silver is used up, the harder for you to purchase silver, the higher the premium is going to go. That should also tell you good things are coming around the corner. They're coming around the corner for silver and gold for that matter. You look at all my videos, there's not one link that I'm being sponsored from. They don't pay me to say this. I don't have a sponsor that says you need to sell us. You need to pump silver. It's not why I do this. I say this because it's a truth. And when I tell you to go buy silver, it's not from some stupid link in my videos. Hey, click on my link and buy this and buy that and buy this. No, I don't play that. If I like a product, here's the product, go there to buy it is how I roll. I don't try to play that. So just know that just know there's good things coming down the pike with silver and gold, and you're gonna get those premiums back. Enjoy what you do. You know, it doesn't always have to be boring. What is the most boring silver coin I have? That would be the silver buffalo Indian. One side's the Indian, one side's the buffalo. However, a caveat, the gold buffalo Indian has a higher relief. That means the image pops out a little bit more from the coin and it's just a stunning looking coin. But for some reason on the on the silver coin, that image is a little flatter. It's just a dull looking coin. So to me, that is my most boring coin that I have, is the 1 ounce silver buffalo Indian. Where can you get the wheat grinder wheel at? So I think you're talking about the wheat grinder I made a video of, and let me just pull it up. It's the Country Mill Wheat Grinder. And you can it's manual, by the way. I got it from Pleasant Hill. I'm actually copying a link right now. I'm going to post it down below. You can get everything here. It is made by one piece of aircraft graded aluminum. It's not multiple pieces that are bolted together. It's one piece, and link is coming up right now. I urge everybody to check this out. You will never, ever see a better wheat grinder than this. I just posted it. Go check that out. It's manual. If your power goes down, you can take wheat along with beans and other things and grind it down. Everybody knows I bake bread as a hobby. It's an amazing piece of equipment. Just think, you sell most boring silver at first. When it goes up, 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 and away. Lester Crowley's son-in-law is dead. Yeah, and wasn't Mr. Crowley a piece of demon also? Man, he was a piece of garbage. Flat out tell you he thinks everybody should die and just the elite. This world needs to be for the elite. That's how they look at this. It needs to be for the elite. We just need a few of you slaves to serve us, is really what their goal is. When you look at the Agenda 21 and the other agenda, it's basically to limit the cattle and you, and the elite just have their Garden of Eden, basically. Check out that grinder. You're welcome, Little Red Pony. Now, keep in mind that wheat grinder was in the upper $400. You will never, ever, ever need another wheat grinder again in your life. And I am guaranteeing you that wheat grinder will be handed down to your children, and your children will hand that wheat grinder down to their children. It will never, ever break. Take a look at that. That is one solid piece of metal, not multiple pieces of metal bolted together. A good wheat grinder, good wheat mill. In addition, that wheat grinder, you'll notice that the big wheel looks like the flywheel in front of your V8 or V6 engines. It is. It's a little smaller, but it is a flywheel. And it has a groove just meant for a serpentine belt. Yes, it does. So you can put a serpentine belt, attach it to a bicycle wheel, or you can attach it to a motor, like let's say a HVAC motor or whatnot, and literally run that grinder. It's an amazing grinder. And again, notice I didn't put a link below where I make a buck off of you. I left you a link directly to where you can buy it directly. Big oily guy. Thank you very much for being here. Trade boring silver for gold. I need to start. I think that's going to be, I think the new year is going to be a little bit more gold for me. New technology for batteries is going to need silver. Oil is going bye-bye. And I already said it in my last video. Automation. So there was a big push, if you recall. I was against this. I was against raising the minimum wage for a few reasons. I made many videos about this, and I'll make more. But I was against minimum wage, and one of the reasons, one of like the 10 reasons, was because minimum wages, when they're mandated to increase, what it does is it forces employers to bypass the minimum wage increase. How do they do that? There's a few ways they do that. Automation is one. So with automation comes the automation tools. Those self-scanning registers, they take up a lot of silver, by the way. And a lot of automation tools and machinery and computers and robotics take up a lot of silver. Now, we have not really seen the true beginning of automation, but trust me, you will in 2019. More and more people are going to be laid off due to automation. Your silver, just on that one lone variable, and there's many variables, just based on that one lone variable, your silver is going to go up. Artificial intelligence is another thing that's coming online. That's going to take up a lot of silver as well. Your silver, based on that variable alone, is going to drive your silver up. I mean, the usage of silver for AI is going to drive your silver up. It's coming, folks. I'm telling you. Keep stacking your silver. Who cares whether it's 14 bucks? Who cares whether it drops down to $13? It's going to go up. I hate automation checkouts also. I really do. And why do they put 20, like you go to Walmart and they put 20 registers and only out of the 20, 2 lights are on and then the others are self-serve. They're all open. Why even waste our time? Why go into a bank and see 10 windows at a bank and every window is closed but one? Have you ever seen all 10 windows open or all 5 windows open? No. Why do they do that? Any price, Ken Bronte, any price under 20, and I agree, is a steal. Love your video, sir. Do you follow Mike Maloney? I do, a little bit. I get a little bored sometimes, because I don't know why. I'm just weird. But I've listened to him, you know. Maybe it's his delivery style. I don't know. There's nothing really wrong with his delivery style, but per se, I just get a little bored, you know, watching sound like somebody's out there. I just get a little bored sometimes, but with Mike. But he's got a good message. Overtax. Do you think we will go to war with China? If so, how will it affect the price of silver? I don't think necessarily a war will affect the price of silver per se. Think about that. I think it'll drive the economy up because now you have an economy that is manufacturing goods to support the soldier and the warfighter. But I don't think it'll drive silver up per se. Again, though, if their factories are taken out, they're going to need to rebuild their factories. If our factories are taken out, those will need to be rebuilt too. Obviously, with the automation in factories and whatnot, there are silver, and that will, you know, that is a variable. I'm making myself a DIY food dehydrator today. Great project. I'm very interested in seeing that, Monsieur Octopus. Monsignor, I think it is. It's Monsignor Octopus. I don't think the Earth is flat. Think about that. So a plane goes around the Earth. Think about that for a second. It would go around. It can't go around the Earth. It would have to go to the edge and make a U-turn and come back. How does a plane go around the Earth then? It's just a farce, the flat Earth concept. It just, in my opinion, I just can't see it from a logical field of view. It is estimated that 825,000 jobs worldwide will be lost to automation by 2013. Gotta love that minimum wage increase you got, because now you're out of work. I always said, you know, you force a company to raise minimum wage without the employees being worth it. See, they have to be worth, they have to bring in that revenue to be worth it. The companies are always going to try to mitigate that and try to avoid those laws. One, by laying off some workers, cutting hours. So, okay, now you're making 20 bucks an hour, but you're only working 10 hours a week. Are you really making, you know what I'm saying? And I just said $20 an hour just to be funny. But pound per pound, you know, if everybody gets minimum wage increase, that means, let's just say you're able to go before your minimum wage, you're able to buy 10 pieces of widgets. You're able to buy 10 widgets, whether that's 10 pieces of food or whatever, at the end of your payday. Everybody gets a minimum wage increase to, let's say, from 10 bucks an hour to 15 bucks an hour. You go into the store with your new check. I made 15 bucks an hour. You go in the store and Lord and behold, you're still only able to buy 10 pieces of widgets. Why? Because everybody had to raise the prices of the products they sell to accommodate the new pay that they have to pay their employees. Where it does hurt people, when you raise the minimum wage, it hurts everybody that makes above minimum wage. Let's just say you make $20 an hour before they raise minimum wage. Let's just say you're able to go into a grocery store and buy 20 items. They raise the minimum wage from 10 to 15 bucks. They raise the prices. Now you go into the store, the people who make $20 an hour, they're no longer able to buy 20 items because the price has increased. They're able to buy less products with their paycheck. Bottom line is the people who get a minimum wage increase mandated by government, their purchasing power remains the same, because the people who make above minimum wage, their purchasing power gets lower because the prices of products rose. Does that make any sense? It hurts, actually hurts people who make above minimum wage. And I try to round numbers and try to simplify it, but that's just the way it is. I'm hearing helicopters outside. Maybe they're coming to get me. I'm speaking too much of the truth. JRW3, gotta go later, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Missiles use a lot of silver. That is a correct statement, as well as gold. They use a lot of gold, too. A lot of the connectors and such are made of gold. I got some American Silver Eagles. They are nice. I'm glad to hear that. Michael Harding, Maduro just raised income again. He's blaming us for his hyperinflation. Of course he is. It's always, see what they do is they blame somebody else so their own citizens don't get mad at them. Matt Maduro, he looks like a little kid. He's over his head. Thank you, Monsignor Octopus. He says, I'm so completely right about minimum wage. Redneck Stacker, thank you so much for being here. Kumar, automation might replace some jobs, but there are tons of jobs that will be created in the underlying technologies per se. Not really. You are right, but you're mistakenly putting icing on the cake. Automation will create some jobs. Yes, you've got to fix the robots and the computers, but it'll actually lay off more jobs than it creates. A robot will lay off tens of people. You only need one person to repair a group of computers or a group of robots. You see how that works? They're not going to require the same amount of people that they laid off. Otherwise, they would never lay it off. Hell, what's the sense of laying it off the people? We're going to have robots and the same amount of workers? No, it doesn't work like that. Example, your own IT department. They don't have one person per computer to repair computers. No, it's normally a small IT team fixing a large group of computers. That's how it'll be. Automation will create some jobs. Yes, because you need to repair those robotics and you need to repair those computers, but it'll lay off more people than it is required to maintain the robotics and computers. Bottom line, the customer, the company I meant, is not going to say, okay, we're going to keep the same amount of employees plus get robots. No, they get robots to save wages. And trust me, how do you save wages? You get rid of people. No other way. Who's going to bust their ass for $10 an hour? Better buy some robots. The other robots will fix them. Great. We're in trouble. Georgia Guidestones, depopulation. When I first got my first job, I thought $10 a week. Now I have a $10.50 an hour, and it's not so great because of inflation. Check out Elon Musk factory tour. The robots break all the time. Right. Robots break all the time. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you don't need one person per robot, let's just say. Normally you have a small team of IT folks fixing a larger group of computers or robotics. Bottom line. Mechanics, whatever you want to call them. Small team of mechanics fix in mass quantities of robotics. Stephen Glenn, thank you very much for your $10 super chat. With the silver to gold ratio 85-1, silver is better value than gold is. When it gets closer to 9-1, the rate it comes out of the ground, gold will then be as good as a value. God bless and love. Thank you so much. You are correct too. The ratio should be closer to 9-1. Thank you, banker manipulation. Love my dog and he loves me too. Again, thank you so much for the super chats. I'm just blown away. Michael Pela. I don't know if I never mentioned this before. I never purposely mispronounce names. I mean, no disrespect. Sometimes it's difficult for me to read names. Pela. Thank you very much for being here. And Kung Fu Tuber, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for wishing me well. If you mandate minimum wage rates, small businesses get hurt the most. They will have to charge more and reduce labor force. That is true. Big businesses are a different story because they attract most of the business. So they're able to offset some of those costs. Voicemail and automated answer machines look out receptionists. No, they became more efficient and available. I don't know what you're saying. They laid off more people, and the answer machines were basically disposable machines where you can not even worry about repairing them. You just toss them in the trash and buy another answer machine. Jerome Morsi, thank you so much for being here. Looking out my window, people walking around. People make the automation, though. Okay. We'll see. Everybody's arguing with me that automation is going to employ just as many people. Then what's the sense in having automation? Why? Businesses don't make financial mistakes. They just don't. You think a business is going to say, let's keep our full allotted employees and get automation? No, they don't do that. They get automation to get rid of employees. It's the bottom line. So we'll see. We'll see. Robots don't call off from work either. They don't get colds. They don't need to have a babysitter. They don't need PTO or bitch about a raise or have to go take a pee. Scott Hill, you're the bomb. You just nailed it. They don't need to get pregnant, and they don't get into arguments with each other. They don't gossip about each other. They don't stab each other in the back trying to make their way up. They don't want to even get a pay raise. They don't want to climb the corporate ladder. So supervisors don't even need to worry about them getting stabbed in the back and getting their freaking corporate job taken away from them. Man, that does sound good. A spicy Bloody Mary. I love to have a good one right now. I have no vodka here in the house. That's all up in the White Mountains. It won't employ just as much people. It won't employ just as much people. Also, the workers that will have a job will have to upgrade their skills as well. A lot of starving people, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of hungry people, a lot of haves and don't haves. Hell, think about this. You got Amazon that's already telling you they're going to start shipping their stuff, not utilizing UPS drivers. Drones. It's going to drop. They're promising that you place an order and 4 hours, 5 hours later, the drone's going to drop it off at your doorstep. That's what they're saying. Peter Schiff thinks that there is going to be Chad Michael Harding. What do you think about Peter Schiff's view of the economy? Peter Schiff thinks there's going to be an economical crash. A very bad one, the likes of humankind has not seen within 3 years, he's saying. Imagine that. 3 years, if he's right, an economic crash, the likes that the humans have never seen. What do you think is going to happen to your silver or gold? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think, Rooster, that we should be dropping drones from the skies to deliver package. I think that is going to raise the rate of stolen packages tremendously. All you need to do is stand out, listen for the buzz, go follow that buzz until it drops off a package. You got yourself a package. So I'm not with that. I think that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think, Ken Bronte, we need to go and get out of the government system. So you're saying they might confiscate it. I don't think they have the manpower to come around and start going door to door and confiscating gold. They just don't have the manpower to do that. I think what's best, though, is if I could trade with you and you could trade with me, cut out the middleman known as the government, because they also take a piece of the pie, right? I think we need to start moving away from their system, moving towards our system, or rebuilding our system, our barter system. Let's face it, we have all the freaking fancy cell phones. What do we need with another cell phone or more freaking gadgets? Has it really made life more convenient? I mean, really? No. We buy this electronic device because it's going to make things, going to free up more time. Okay. But that time is now utilized to be at work to pay for the gadgets that freed up more time. So these things that are making life convenient for us are really not making life convenient for us. We just have to allocate the time differently to pay for the new gadgets. We've been tricked into being slaves, folks. We've been tricked. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. The barter system is good, but at times cumbersome, which is where gold and silver come into play, which is still bartering in a way. Those who have it will be happy, and those who do not obviously won't. Definitely not. Better to be a year early than a day late. Hey, bought my first crypto. Thanks to you, Mr. B. Well, it's good that you bought low, because if you're buying your cryptos now, they took a dump just like silver did. I'll admit it, but that's the best time to buy, when they're low. Why wait till they get high and then buy? Good for you, man. Ken Bronte, thank you very much for your comment. Lexa Comtriku, I can't even pronounce your name. You really get a point there with the whole slavery thing. Never thought about it this way. Don't agree with you too often, but I always appreciate your opinion. And that's fine, Lexa. I don't think we don't always have to agree with each other, but we are slaves. We definitely are. We're cattle. We are cattle. I wish I had some more Ethereum. I have about 1 or 2 Ethereum. And a lot of the automation right now is spying on us. A lot of smart gadgets in the house that are really spying on us. And that was supposedly a conspiracy theory. And more over the years. It's finding out it's true and true and true. Check, check, check. I'm just reading some of the, hi, Overtax. Package repacked. We'll get there by end of week. Cheers. Have a great weekend. Well, thank you so much. Civil Hoddle, Itchoddle. Thank you so much. Actually, my wife is leaving the White Mountains today and coming down here to Tucson to visit me for a 3-day weekend. I want to spend some time with her, take her around shopping. I miss my wife. I looked at work and, I'm able to retire now, but I can't afford to retire. So I'm thinking about retiring just to get that pension, then going somewhere else and just getting a freaking menial job, something where I don't have to think too hard or get stressed out. Nah, she wants to go to a department store and, we're going to have a good time together. I love Indian food. I'm going to maybe go to my favorite Indian restaurant with her and have some chicken vindaloo. I love that stuff. Crypto Gangs, thank you very much for your comment. I don't know about that statement. I only know him as the gentleman that sounds like a good plan. You have to one of these days. So many people live paycheck to paycheck. Oh man. So let's see. Another one fell off. So this is going to probably be in reverse. Let's see if I can get it. Focus. There we go. Silver bar. There you go. I love Miss Silva. Come on, focus, baby. You can do it. Frank Smith, I bought from JM Bullion based on your recommendation. Wanted one of those Queen's Beast coins. I think I will buy more of them. Frank, aren't they awesome coins? They're just gorgeous coins. Silver Hoddle, Itch Oddle. A lot to be said for a quieter life means more valuable. Seems more valuable. Money comes and goes, and it's overrated. Just keep stacking everything. And I agree. I just want a quieter time. I want a less stressful time. I want to stop working for and with people who are very overzealous in their job. They're just scratching and clawing the way to the top. They don't care who they step on. They're just very motivated. I'm 50-something years old. I'm not motivated anymore to be a manager or anything like that. Just give me a job. Let me do the job functions. I'll do them as best as I can. I'll actually do a very good job, and just give me my damn paycheck. I don't want to hear stories about my coworkers. I don't want to gossip. I don't want to climb over people's backs. Just give me my damn paycheck, and I'll see you at the company picnic. I'm out of here. That's what I say. If that's what I would like to do. I would like to own my own business or manage a business. And one of the rules I would implement immediately as they introduce me as the new owner or the new manager, I'd get up on the auditorium stage and I'd say, here's the new rule. I hear any gossiping, you're fired. That would be me. Because I tell you what, I hate it. I hate it. And normally it's just meant to stab somebody in the back and put them down. Yeah, I agree, Stilts. I just want to work and be left alone. I don't give a damn about politics as far as the working environment. Richard McCorkindale, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Started my business when I was 24. I am now 40, still operating as a sole proprietor. I'm curious what you do. I'm curious the type of work you do. Gossip is, for the most shallow. It can have such influence on one's career. Huh. I agree with you, Metro X. I agree with you. Logistics, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Can I ask everybody a favor and give me a thumbs up? I really would appreciate it. Just if you haven't already. I know it's a quiet room for, I normally have like 170 people listening. For some reason, maybe people are busy Christmas shopping. I only have 63. But if I can get like close to 63 thumbs up, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna take the wife around, do some Christmas shopping. Thank you very much, the Empire's Post. So yeah, so a little bit more silver. Okay, you want to see more silver? Let me see about tucking this out. It will make it a little easier on me. One just dropped up on the floor. So here is a Australian kookaburra. Let's get that focused. There we go. How's that? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the detail in the grass if you can. Very detailed coins. These Perth Mint coins are. The gloss on that is just astounding. The camera's not doing it justice, but you can literally see the gems in her crown. Or I should say the detail in her crown. I saw that. I saw the droppage. I didn't want to bend down. It's just a Canadian maple leaf. Them Canadians. What else? What else we got going here? Look at the detail in the wood. Some of these coins are just astounding. I mean, the detail is just. Here's, I think, a bison, a Canadian bison. Let's see what else we got going here. So I think this is a koala. Look at the detail. It's just astounding. I mean, these coins are just amazing. Some pure silver, generic 1/10 ounces. These mimic the Silver Eagles. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. She's being a little mimic the Silver Eagles. So they look like Silver Eagles, but they're 1/10 ounces. They're pure silver, 0.999. Johnny one, I only purchased one gold coin, and that was a 1/10 ounce Canadian maple leaf. But you have to know that the 1/10 ounce are literally a quarter of an inch, slightly, maybe 5/16 tall. Frank Smith, thank you so much for being here. So they're very small, the 1/10 ounce. Silver Huddle, Itchottle, he's out. Thank you so much for being here. Christmas, he's gonna decorate a Christmas tree. That is awesome. Take care and have fun. Gerald Woodward, I gotta give him a comment here. The guy woke up at 4 a.m. to watch this live chat. Got to give the man props, man. Get back to sleep, dude. Don't be watching me. Get some sleep. Thank you so much, though. I love the 1/10 ounce gold maple. I think their color is just damn good color. What I mean is it's more yellower than some of the other gold coins that put a little bit of copper in it, and then the gold kind of has that red tinge to it. I don't like that. I love the yellow of the maple leaf, the gold yellow, because it's just pure gold. The American Silver Eagle, I don't have one and I've never seen one, so I can't really speak for them. Ken Bronte, thank you so much for being here, and you have a great day. He's going to the park with his golden retrievers. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome. Bush 41, dead. Yes, he is. There's a lot of speculation he had something to do. I can't speak to this, but he had something to do with Kennedy's assassination. Crown Gold adds copper, but Gold Eagles add silver. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. All right, Mr. B. I have to, like I said, I don't have much gold. I would like to buy more gold. I wish I can afford it. And we'll see. Johnny One purchased 10 1/10 ounce Eagles. I'm going to have to buy one. I'm going to have to buy one of these days. They're what, $130? It's pretty good. Monsignor Octopus, gold versus silver. Silver still, pound per pound, a better fighter. It's more manipulated. And when the price of precious metals goes up, pound per pound, silver will be worth more than gold because it's held down more. It's kind of like saying bass, pound per pound. Bass is the hardest fighting fish. We're not saying it's the hardest fighting fish. We all know a tarpon or a marlin or a shark can fight harder. We're saying pound per pound. The bass is the hardest fighting fish. The same thing with silver. Pound for pound, silver is your best investment. Silver Graham, don't understand why you never acknowledge my greetings or comments. Well, Silver Graham, I apologize, first of all. There's so many that go by. It's very hard to, your eyes are constantly doing this, very difficult. And sometimes, I apologize again, Silver Graham. I do welcome you and everyone to my chats. But sometimes I'll be honest with you, some of the comments here, if I don't agree with them, I'd rather not open up my mouth and say something stupid or degrading. I'd rather keep you. Sometimes I normally will keep my mouth shut if I have nothing wise or good to say about a comment. So if you leave a comment and I don't answer you, it's because maybe one, I don't know the answer to it. So no disrespect, Silver Graham. I appreciate that you are here. And I have seen you here in these chat rooms from time to time. Yeah, Richard McCorkindale. I miss some of yours. I do the best I can. It's very difficult to keep up. See, my window is slightly smaller, so the messages go up really fast, where you might be utilizing a big screen and the messages stay there. You know what I mean? Um, they stay still. So don't think uh yeah, don't ever think I have something against anybody. Um, and I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. At our age, we may not read as fast anymore. I'm 50, I'm in my mid 50s. I never had to wear glasses before. So, yeah, that is an adjustment. Wearing glasses, definitely. Acceleration rules, complaint department, pull pin. No. We're all good. 49. I love Monarch metals, poured bars. I got to get a poured bar one of these days. One of these days, I got to get a poured bar. Thank you, 49er. Sounds like he's taken off. He's telling me to have a great day. Frank Smith in the house. Oh, Lord. What a day. Looking great. Thank you so much. Okay, take care. Happy holidays. Take care, Chad Michael Harding. Thank you so much. Go out to California and get some laser eye surgery. Man, I wish I could afford it. I'm going to talk to my wife, though. I mean, I would love, um, like for me, it's darker areas and reading like I can read a menu if it was a brightly lit restaurant. But as soon as they try to make it darker, I have a hard time. And I don't need glasses to see without, beyond a foot, beyond a foot or beyond 2 feet. Everything's laser sharp out there. It's just when it gets like within 2 feet or so, it's just very difficult. Maynard Wellman, sometimes I take that attitude also with some of the comments. I'm not saying anybody has left me any negative comments today. Nobody has. But sometimes I've got nothing nice to say, and that also pertains to my normal life, not just on YouTube. If I have nothing nice to say, sometimes I'll keep my mouth shut. Yeah, so I'm farsighted. So I would love to get some laser. I would, but you know what? Freaking insurance nowadays doesn't pay for squat. It'd all come out of my pocket. And what is that, $5,000 per eye for laser? I don't even know if laser can fix nearsighted or whatever I got. I don't even know if laser fixes that. Cheaters normally work for me also because I don't really need a strong prescription. These are a very weak prescription. Rooster Cogburn, yeah, I know what you mean, and you're wearing a patch over one eye. So that insurance didn't work out good for you, did it? I could start a fire with my glasses. That's awesome. Uh, hey, Roberta, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, every year the deductibles go up. So what do we want to talk about? I'm going to try to get this damn coin to focus. I want to get this coin to focus. All my other coins focus, but this one. There it goes. A Britannia, right there. Chickaboom. The good one's patched. It's your good eye that's patched? Come on, baby, focus. Oh, Richard McCorkindale, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, I really am, man. Prayers. May God bless you and protect you, honestly. I will say this. Many bad things have happened in my life. And many bad things have happened and I cussed at. But then 5, 10 years past that, that bad thing was actually the best thing that's ever happened for me. Can you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? Because some of the bad things that happened in my life, if they did not happen, the good thing down the road would have never happened. So some of the bad things that have happened to me have been the best thing for me. Now, I'm not trying to mitigate or minimize anybody's problems, but just try to realize, I know a lot of people don't believe in God anymore, but God, he'll close one door just to open up another door. And sometimes when he closes that first door, it does hurt. But the door that he opens is so much better. Rooster Cogburn, I don't believe the premiums really matter. You're going to get them back in the long run. $2 to $4 ain't squat, especially when a silver coin's under 40. I mean, under 20. Yes, Richard, I agree. It still hurts in the middle of it. Yeah, a lot of people just complain about premiums. They really do. Oh, I'm not going to buy a Silver Eagle. I'm not going to buy one of these. It's $1 more for this coin. Look at this coin, how gorgeous this coin is. I'm not going to buy one of those. I can get it for, I can get some silver for $1 cheaper. And all right, there's nothing wrong with the silver you can get for $1 cheap. I'll admit that, but come on, $1 more and you're under $20 still for a coin. You're at 17, $18 for a coin. How much do you expect Morgan dollars to appreciate in value? The same that I think these will appreciate in value. The very same amount, only you just multiply that by 90% instead of 100%. Trying to get this baby to focus. Come on, baby, focus. Right, now she's being finicky. You pay a lot of premiums in the UK, but even at 20 an ounce, it's still cheap compared to its future price. Not only that, Kung Fu Tuber, it's cheap compared to its past price. A lot of my silver was purchased at $30, $35, $40 an ounce. Really? When you think about it, even if I'm paying $20 an ounce here, which you don't, it's still a steal. Yeah, I do. I do definitely. Here's a bag of constitutional silver right here. It's a pretty big bag too. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Everything. I got mercury dimes somewhere. Like I said, most of my silver's up in the White Mountains where it needs to be in a safe. I keep a few hundred ounces here just for emergencies and video making purposes because, you know, every time I make a video, if I don't show some silver, people they riot in the streets, metaphorically. My dad served in Korea too. Best thing in my gun safe is his service flag and shell casings from his funeral. That's freaking awesome, man. Um, Maynard Wellman, thank you for your father's and your family's service because your family served also. Whether or not they went, they were the support. Thank you very much. So Richard McCorkindale, don't sweat it, man. I mean, don't worry about getting silver right now. I understand that you're juggling. Um, and I don't say this just so I'm saying it. I'm very well aware of what you're going through right now. Trust me when I say that. Very well aware. Don't worry about getting more silver. Just feed yourself, feed your family. Don't worry about super chats. I noticed you gave me a super chat, and I noticed you gave me super chats in the past. That ain't your priority right now, although I do appreciate it. The priority is you and your family. And just don't worry about the silver right now. Just it'll pass. It'll pass. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this. I've been through it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been through it. Okay. It is hard. It was very stressful, but it will go. Time is beautiful that way. It's always moving. And it's like driving down the road. Sooner or later, you're going to pass that sign and it will be behind you. I know it sounds like it's very easy for me to say, but trust me when I tell you, I've been through it. I have. Monsignor, thank you so much. You have a great day. Thank you very much. Yes, those silver coins are eye candy, Susan. Thank you very much. Yes, he will. He will lead you, Richard. He will lead you. Mr. B, what is a super chat? It's basically a way to monetarily support the channel. Right underneath where you type in your message in this chat window right there, a lot of people have the chat window on the right side. Right underneath it, you'll see a dollar symbol if you signed up for YouTube Super Chat. It's normally signing up is free. You'll see a dollar sign. You basically click the dollar sign and you're able to donate directly to the channel to support the channel. It pays for stuff like broken cameras. I'm notorious for dropping my cameras, YouTube cameras and whatnot, stuff to make YouTube and whatnot. That's all it is. I lived on the streets to where I am now. It can all change month to month. And Rooster, I got something very in common with you. I used to live on the streets too. I made a video about it. When I was a child, I used to live on the streets. Yeah. Like I said, I made a video about it. It must have been like 6 months to a year ago. I couldn't live with my parents. One of my parents is very abusive. I moved out. I moved out at the age of 16. Nobody would take me in. I lived on a freaking park bench and whatnot until I was old enough to get into the military. I got into the military at the bare minimum age. And even since the military, life's had its ups and downs. And I think that is life. I truly do believe life is meant to have its downs and its ups. If you can't find it, let me know. I might make another video. I have a lot of new subscribers, so sometimes I have to make videos 2-3 times to just to keep up with the new subscribers. Oh, okay. How do you fund your super chat account? I don't think it's an account, Master B. You just click on it, and I don't know. I believe it's coming maybe through a PayPal account. To be honest with you, I really don't know. I believe it's in your YouTube settings where you either put a debit card in or a PayPal account. I'm not certain about that. I wish I can help you out. There's if this is, if it's very daunting, it's a pain in the ass. In all my videos, I have a PayPal account. You just click on the link, boom, you're able to go directly from your PayPal to mine, or from your checking account to my PayPal. So on all my videos and all the descriptions, there's a PayPal link. There's also a couple of cryptocurrency wallet links if you want to just contribute cryptocurrencies. But it's all there. I sometimes I can get rattled by YouTube's settings and whatnot. Yeah, I was living in the freaking gutter, in the streets, at the age of 16. I just could not live with one of my parents. I just could not. It was very abusive, both physically and mentally. Even to this day, I'm 56 years old, and the way I was treated by my mom, it still affects my relationship with women to this day. I'm married, don't get me wrong. I'm not some mass freaking crazy psychopath or anything, but even to this day, very shy around women. I got a wonderful lady, so I'm very thankful that she's accepted me for who I am. Always been shy around women, and it could be because of the abuse I got, just physical. My mom used to freaking slap the shit out of me, and it was just the mental passive aggressiveness. So I lived on the streets, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to reach out to Richard McCorkindale, also about this. And I was hungry. I was cold. I then moved to someone told me when they saw me sleeping on a park bench in the bad part of town that there was a homeless shelter down the road. I went to the homeless shelter at the age of 16. And in this homeless shelter, there's nothing but 40, 50, 60-year-old men who literally have given up on their life, who smelt like shit and alcohol and piss. Yeah, and I just looked around, and it's like, this is me. This is just me in a few years. And I said to myself, no, I can't do this. I'm only 16 years old. And I remembered that my older brother went into the Navy. And I said, well, if they'll take me, it's a free meal. Place to sleep, I'll do it. Shit, it's better than this. I went to go see a recruiter. He told me I was too young by just a couple of weeks. I was just too young by just a couple of more weeks I needed to be. But he helped me out. He sent me up to Phoenix, Arizona for my ASFAB test, I think they called it. I took my test because I was 16 years old, barely got out of high school. I did horribly in it, but well enough to get in to the military. Until I was old enough, he put me up in a freaking hotel. I never got to thank that guy. Until I was old enough, he let me stay in that hotel room. The day came, I had to check out of the hotel room. I remember I was on a flight, a child, never been on an airplane by myself before. In the middle of the night, landed into South Carolina. In the middle of the night, a cattle bus came and picked us all up, transported us to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, in the middle of the night. And since then, life had its ups and downs, but just like silver, started really low. Life goes up and down, but the overall projection is up, just like silver. Silver Collector, thank you so much for being in the house. Thank you, Richard McCorkindale. You saw the video about me and my time in homeless and in the shelter. Thank you so much. Ben Frank, thank you so much for thinking I look younger than 56 years old. It's because I didn't start drinking until I was a little older, I guess. And that's a true statement. Silver Collector, thank you very much for being here. Fort Jackson lived there. Yeah, I loved Fort Jackson. I mean, it was my home. It was my home as a kid. And I grew up. I literally grew up. Because when you're 16 years old, you're just a punk kid. You don't know nothing. I grew up in the military, metaphorically. It's where I learned to be a man because I didn't have, at the age of 16, after I was moved out, I didn't have a father figure. Dennis Van der Hoop, don't be sorry. Those are trial and tribulations that made me stronger, things that make us all who we are. Definitely don't be sorry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I loved my time in the military. I really, honestly love serving when I was in the Army. I loved it. I loved the people I met. Most of them, I loved them. I mean, they were my brothers at the time, my sisters. Thank you, Frank Smith. I appreciate it. So anyway, folks, I'm going to let you go. I want to just thank everybody for your time you spent here on this weekend. Get out, get away from the computer, get out and go enjoy this beautiful day. If it is beautiful wherever you're at, go out and enjoy this day. Get some sunlight upon your skin before you have to get back to work. And anyway, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to clean up a little bit. My wife's coming into town. I want to make sure everything is clean and whatnot. You folks have a great day. And again, thank you so much for your time. Take care.